Hi dear students, here we have another example of how to use the remainder theorem to find, in this case, p of minus 1. So we're going to evaluate the function in minus 1, and we have to get the same remainder if we divide using the synthetic division this function by x minus c. In this case, c is minus 1, okay? Now, in this case, we could have x minus 1, which is x plus 1, okay? So, if we divide this polynomial function by x plus 1, we are going to get, in the remainder, we are going to get the same thing as when we evaluate the function in minus 1. Let's see if we get the same thing. Now, we're going to write the c in the little square that we have here, which is minus 1. And then we're going to write the coefficients of the polynomial function. Okay, so as we have minus x to the third, this is minus 1. Don't forget, we have to check if the polynomial function is already sorted. And if we are not missing any term, any x term. So we have x to the third, x to the second, x to the first, and x to the 0. So this is already sorted, and we are not missing any x term, okay? So we continue. The leading coefficient is minus 1, and then the next one, the next coefficient is minus 2, and then minus 4, and then 4. Okay, now we are going to leave this space in blank, this line, and then we draw this other line, and we start solving the synthetic division. So we have minus 2, we write it down, and we are going to multiply, dear students, minus 1 times minus 1, positive 1, and we are not going to write it below the negative 1, but below the number, the negative 2. And then we add minus 2 plus 1, minus 1, and then we multiply again, minus 1 times minus 1, positive 1. So we are going to write it here, and then we add minus 4 plus 1, minus 3, and again we multiply, minus 3 times minus 1, positive 3, and then we add again 4 plus 3, 7. And remember, dear students, the last number that you get is always the remainder, okay? Good. Once we have the remainder, we can write it here, 7. And then we have to write the quotient. Remember that the quotient, the coefficients of the quotient is what you have gotten here. And this is minus 1. So remember, if the original equation or function is x to the third, when we divide it by x minus c, which in this case is x plus 1, because c is negative, we are going to get something like this, x to the third, which is the original degree, divided by x, which is x plus 1, and we get x to the second. Because of the laws of exponents, we subtract, remember? So that's why I am going to start writing in the quotient x to the second instead of x to the third, okay? Now, the coefficient is minus 1, so that's why we have negative x to the second. And then the next coefficient is minus 1 again, so minus x. Because if you have here x to the second, the next one is going to be x to the 1 power. And then minus 3, which is now the independent term. Here you have the quotient, then the remainder, which is the last number that you have gotten here. And now, the theorem is telling us that if you evaluate the function, the polynomial function in minus 1, I mean when x equals minus 1, you're going to get the same thing as in the remainder, as you can see. So we evaluate the function in minus 1, and we get that this is 7. Sorry, dear students, I have 2 here, and this is not 2. This is minus 1. So minus 1 to the third, minus 2 times minus 1 to the second, minus 4 times minus 1 plus 4. And that's the way we get 7. Okay? Good, dear students. I hope it works for you. Thanks for your attention. Have a nice day. Take care and stay at home. Bye.